Does Medicare cover the flu shot? Well, that's the question I get all the time. And today I'm going to go over how you can know or how you can be sure that your flu shot is going to be covered by Medicare. So Medicare is interesting in the fact that Part B, that's outpatient services, and Part D, that's the prescription drug plans, both cover vaccinations. Now, which of these plans cover which vaccination has always been confusing, at least to people who are on Medicare, not for people who, write this stuff. But for Part B, that's where your flu shot's going to be covered, and how you can figure out if the place you're going to actually covers the flu shot under Part B is quite simple. You got to call them. Unfortunately, there's no master list to say which people or which providers or which can do the flu vaccination. You're going to have to find out specifically if you're going to the pharmacist, if your pharmacy can bill Part B. Typically those big box pharmacies like Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, they all can bill Part B. And if that's the case, it's going to be covered at no cost to you. Second, if you get your flu shot at your doctor's office, that's your primary care doctor, your family physician, if they administer the flu vaccine and they accept Part B as payment in full, you will not have to pay anything and it will be covered under Medicare. So lastly, the third one, what happens if I get it through Part D? What happens if I go to a pharmacy and they can't bill outpatient Part B services, they have to go bill Part D as in dog services? Well, in that case, it will not be covered, unfortunately. But good news is the flu vaccination is usually going to cost you anywhere between $40 to about $70, depending on the place you get it. Now, there's two types of flu vaccinations, and both of them are covered. And of course, it does depend on which one the physician recommends for you. But one does have more medication in it, which does cost more. Now, what happens if you need to get more than one flu shot per calendar year? Because the flu runs typically from November through March, and that goes through the calendar year. What happens if you forget to get it in November and you want to get it in March, and you also want to get it the next time the flu season starts up again before November? You actually can, because the way that Medicare thinks about the flu is in seasons. So from November through March, they will let you take one flu shot, and then from, again, that same calendar year, November, that the March ended in, you'll be able to get another shot. So if you needed to, you would be able to get theoretically 2 in one calendar year. Be always sure to check with your physician though, because sometimes they may have to submit additional paperwork, or they may have to find out exactly why you didn't get that flu shot the prior year, or why you need 2 this year. Well, I hope that helps you figure out whether or not the flu vaccination is covered under Medicare. To learn more about the vaccinations covered by Medicare, go ahead and check out this video up here, where we'll go ahead and go deeper into all the vaccinations covered in Part B and which ones might be covered under Part D.